Okay, team. So yesterday we were talking about what is CICS, screen and so on. Okay, types of maps we are going to design. So today we are going to start more practical terminology and practical writing the code also. So before that, I would like to say that we have a session on this weekend, Saturday and Sunday as well as. So I request you to attend. If you're not able to attend on the weekend, please drop an email so that I can share the video with you. Okay. So, but you need to watch at any cost before you come to the, session. Yeah, that is a one update for you. Now let's start talking about the map. So let's see this one. I'll talk about one screen. Okay. When I'm going to design this particular login screen, okay, we don't get stars. If you want to display stars also on the screen, we can do it, but we don't do it. So this is all entire page. Basically, the size of our screen, right? Our size of the screen. Okay, screen size. Basically, what we call screen size. 24 rows, 80 columns. What is the screen size? 24 rows, 80 columns. Okay, 24 rows, 80 columns. Now, so we can use all 24 rows, 80 columns per one functionality. Okay, so we can use, okay, or I can do like this also. Initial first 13 or 14 rows, I will use to define one map. Last 8 rows, I will use to develop the second map too. So the size of the screen is same, but I am dividing into two parts. One part is called 14 rows, the first 14 rows. I will define a map. Map is nothing but here. Map is nothing but map is collection of fields. Okay. So what are the fields you want to keep under this map? Okay. That is the meaning of map. Second one, 8 rows. So again, here also we have a again collection of fields. Okay, we can have a different types of fields, collection of fields. So when I combined these two, okay, when there is okay, so we have another term called map set. So collection of maps called as a map set. Called as a map set. Is it clear?
Yes.
So there is other scenario I can tell you. So I have a two things. One is I'll say there is a 24 rows, 80 columns. So how do you want to use? Okay, I can do like this. First 8 rows, initial 8 rows, I can use to define 4 fields. For that, I need to declare a map because fields it contains in the map. Next 7 rows. Next 7 rows, I'll use to define 3, 4, again 4 or 5 fields, 6 fields. Then this is called another map. Last 5 rows, I might use last 5 rows I might use to define okay 3 fields. This is called, for that you need a map because fields only can be done under map. Okay, example, can I write DD statement or step lib out of this under, you can write only under execute, right? Basically, within a job, there is a execute. Within a execute, there is a DD statement. Correct? Same way. First map set, then map. Within the map, fields will be there. So while you are developing the screen, while you're writing the code to develop the map, first you have to define the map set. In a map set, we can have a multiple map. Then in this map, field 1, there is a field 2, then field 3, field 4. I can have another map 2. Okay, in this again, I can have a one more field 2, field 3. So there is, I can have one more map 3 like this. Okay. So this is the hierarchical structure, map set, map, field. This is the hierarchical structure of the map code. Any queries so far?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so you are saying that map set is a collection of maps. So what do we exact like in this? If I take the reference of this login map, so this whole thing is this whole screen is like map, and the thing which we are writing is a map set.
Okay, good question. So basically, I can keep map set. Okay. Ultimately, the entire screen, the rows you are seeing, right? Okay, let me go with a different scenario. Okay, now, so right. So what I can do, so now, okay, I'm going to use all these fields in 24 rows, 80 columns. But so this functionality alone, I will define a map. Okay, in one map. To define these two fields, I will use another map. Okay, so all those two maps fields will be there in a one screen, means 24 rows, 80 columns. The large coding point of view, everything should be there within you should use within the 24 rows, 80 columns only. I hope you got the answer now. So
Yeah, all.
the answer is yes. Okay, you are going
Okay.
to get 24 rows, 80 columns. In the 24 rows, 80 columns only. So you can have a single map. If you don't, let's say, if I go, I can do like this. I can use to define 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I can use all 24 rows, 80 columns. Okay. For your understanding, yesterday and today I said map, but technically it's a map set. Okay. The whole stuff is called as a map set. You got it?
Okay.
One more question, Venkat. So, can we have two screens in one map set?
Two screens, one map set.
So,
No, you can display only one map at a time on the screen, as per my minimal knowledge. Okay,
hmm,
only one map you can display.
mhm.
You got it right?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
One more question, Venkat. So can we like create more multiple map set in a single screen? Like,
No. Can you repeat your question again?
Like, can we use multiple map set for a single screen, like more than one map set, or only a single map set is used to for one screen?
No, no, no. Logically, that may not be the required. Okay. The one which you have to see basically. Okay. I will give you one more example as everybody knows JCL. Okay. Then after I'll come back to your question also.
Sure,
How
sure.
do you write the JCL code? First, you write a job code.
Yes.
Within a job, once if there is a job, you can write a execute. Then there is a DD. Okay. And I can have another DD. So if I mention these two DD statements outside the execute, is it a valid? Is it useful? No.
No, no.
As these two DD names are input or output for this particular program, right? See, if I want to execute this program, exe program equal IEB genre or something else. So I need job card because to submit, I need what? Job card. Is it clear? Same way. First, you have to define a cost map set. Uh, like a map set is going to work as a like a job only. So job doesn't do much thing to you. Like it controls all your steps execution. Duration of the time, how much time it should take to execute the entire job, how much memory, priority, and all. Same case with the map set also. Okay. In the map set, we define how you want to behave, attributes, your screen, that is a map, and the corresponding fields. So those configurations we do at the map set level. Yeah, it's time for you to ask the question now.
Like I got the things. Like, so we need to define only one map set for a single screen.
No, 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 no. See, basically, uh, uh, we have a member. There is a member. In a member, usually what you do? Map set. Okay. Without map set, I cannot define the map. It is meaningless. It is not right way. Right? Within the map set, I can have a more than one map. As Nimisha asked, right? So even I was telling you that there is a in a map set, map 1, map 2, map 3. So in a map set, we can have more than one map. But one map set can have one map only. That is also possible. One map set can contain only one map, or
Hmm.
map set can contain more than one map.
Yes. So Venkat, for one screen, there will be only one map set, right?
Wait. So that's why I said 24 rows 80. Forget about screen at this moment. Okay. Day one, you will get the confusion. Yesterday only I said. That's why I clarified this batch only with the 24 rows 80 columns. Your screen is 24 rows 80 columns. Now depends on usage of these rows, and you can use all 24 rows 80 columns only for one map. Is it clear? Or first, as I told you here also, where is that? Yeah, somewhere. So this is the 24 rows 80. Okay. Now I want to use only 8 rows for one functionality. As I told you somewhere, yes, here you take. Now this part and this part, okay, logically related each other. So what I can do, first I can design, okay, this map where it has some login. Then I can do this as a second map, okay, in this map set. So, but as someone asked at a time, you can display only one of them, either this map or this map. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So as I told you, Tim, it's not about the way, not about my explanation, because you're seeing everything end to end is from the scratch. Okay. So there will be a confusion between map set and map. This is not only in this batch, entire all the whenever I conduct CSS, the initial 2-3 days, there will be a doubt on this. I'll clarify it. Okay. Any other queries apart from that? Okay. Now, so as simple as map set is nothing but collection of maps. Map is nothing but collection of fields. Right? Now, what is a field? If you ask me, this I will give the numbers, the number of fields here. 1. So each number represent one field. So you'll get more clarity about the fields now. Then after other things. So okay, I'll take this website. Not this website. Amazon.com. Okay, ready. Flipkart. I opened incognito, then it started. Stopped. Okay, we are here. Now I click on login. So if you see here, email, okay, there is something called password. Did you notice? What is this called? Header, label. Password is a label. Okay, password is a label. So why this is required? End user should know what here we should enter. Now I am entering here, right? This is called label. This is called editable. What is this? This is editable. So now there are 3 types of fields. First is label. Okay, that is called header. For for end user understanding purpose, what is what, where it is what, where is there what. So that technically we call in CACS auto skip. So what is that? Auto skip field. Right? Next. So here I'm entering a data. So that is called editable field. In CACS terminology, in a CICS, we call as a unprotected. What is that? Unprotected. So means no protection. Okay. So unprotected means user end user. User means user can enter the data, or system, nothing but program can respond, can send message or value to that field. So it can only end user can do, and system can also do it. Now I did a login. You see that now you got error message. Now you got error message. Earlier it was not there, right? So depends on your operation. You want to display some message, but user, it's not a label. It is not a header, by the way. If it is header, it would have shown starting only. This is a basically error message. This is the error message after you do a mistake or after you do something wrong, then you will get this message. Here we have something called protected field. That is in a CICS we call as a protected. So only system can send message to screen. Okay. Not end user cannot enter the data. End user doesn't have a chance to enter the data if the field type is a protected. Did you understand? So it depends on the functionality. Some of them will be protected, some of them unprotected, some of them will be auto skip. Is it clear?
Fine, Venkat, we can continue.
Yeah. So now I gave the numbers. I'll ask the question, give me the answers. Which fields are auto skip fields? Where only for headers? Numbers, you tell me the numbers.
1, 2, 4.
1, 2, 4,
6.
6.
6.
Yeah.
So which fields are unprotected?
User
3, 5,
5.
5, 7.
7, it is again, I agree with you. I don't say you're wrong. At the same time, when you are entering the credentials, why we enter the message?
Right.
I don't use this field. I don't consider this as a unprotected, but I will be considering as a protected. Because if somebody do a mistakes over here, I will send, my system will send, I will use this field to for sending the error message to this field. System will use this field only if you do mistakes in while doing login, like invalid user ID, invalid password, something like that. Yeah. So this is all about fields, right? Now we will see them practically also. Don't worry. Now, so there are three types of macros. Okay. We use assembler macros. Okay. We use assembler macros. Hey, Venkat, you are telling assembler macros. Do I need to know assembler? Not required. Okay. I will teach what are the things are required for you to design the screen. So DFH, MSD, DFH, MDI, DFH, MDF. So we use this is the macro to define map set. Like example, job. Okay, in a job, what will be there? Parameters. Correct? So related to job, same way. Next, to define the map, we use to define the map, we use DFHMDI. It's like you say as a execute. So to define the field, it's like a DD name. Okay, it's like a DD name. Yeah. So these are all the three macros and when we use and what. On every macro, there are corresponding parameters. We call as operands. There are corresponding operands. Okay. Right. So now you know the macros, you know number of types of the fields. Now I'll explain you, okay, where we write the code. So we can write assembler macros code in any data set. In any data set. It can be existing data set or it can be a new data set. It is not necessary to have always a new data set. It can be an old data set. So first you need one data set. Okay. So once you have the data set, create a member, start writing the code. So while you're writing the JCL, there are some guidelines, instructions, name field, identifier, name field, operation field, operand, and parameters. Operands, parameters, and comment. How we have some, segments or parts on each JCL statement. Similarly, we have some instructions while you're writing the code also. While you're writing the code, that also I'll explain you. So I will create a one data set. Log on Venkat A. So type ISPF. So initial 3-4 days team, we don't touch COBOL because once you know comfortable, okay, once you're comfortable in the maps, then I can start writing the COBOL. So I'll create a quickly two data sets for timing. Three I'll create, okay. Venkat A dot B17 dot the new participants whoever joined for CSA don't touch these data sets, my data sets, whichever the I whichever the ID you are using. So you should create all data sets like this. Mainframe ID, which I gave it to you, and your name, then rest of the qualifiers, your wish. Don't modify somebody's programs. Don't just if you want, copy paste into your ID, your not your ID, your ID or your data set and try to do the changes, but not the original file. So I'll say CICS maps. So it's normal data set only. I'll go pixel block 80 record length. Then I'll go with the S maps, symbolic maps. I created one more data set. Then kicks SRC lib, kicks source lib. Yeah. I don't use all of, okay, I need to create one more to keep the JCLs. All are normal. How do you create a PDS with a record length? That only. So B17 dot C star. I'll give. Okay, these are all the data sets I created. Now I'll create in maps, I'll place all the codes. I'm opening creating a member. The member name is B17MS1. It can be login map, register map, like that you can do. So I'm giving B17MS1. Enter. Just creating a member. Okay, you can give any member. So ensure that you're giving a unique member name so that it is not going to overlaps or it's not going to override. Try to give your first three characters of your name and MS1. Okay. or if someone, your father first character, father name, your mother in first character of your father, mother's name and first character of yours. Give three. I don't think this three combination is duplicate. I don't think so. Okay. Yeah. So, right. I'll use calls. First, the syntax is team. So define map set name, and macro to define the map set, and operands. Simple. Then map name, and which is user defined. The macro to define the map name and operands. And similarly, first you define the field name, macro, and operands, which are belongs to field name, field. Okay. So field name is optional in few occurrences. Few occurrences, it is required. I'll talk about that also day while. Now, I'll write map set name as I told you, B17. It should start from first column only. Okay. It is very very case, it's a very sensitive. The code, these codes are very sensitive. If you do a small minor mistake also, it will throw as an error only. Okay. Not warning also. So B17 MS1 is a map set name. What I said, the member name and map set name keep the same. Okay. Map set name, the member name. This is the map set name. This is the member name. Keep both same. So then the length of the map set is 1 to 8. The length of the map set or map name are all or field name 1 to 8. So I'll keep 9 as a blank. From 10th, I will start DFH MSD. DFH MSD. So I'll write hi assembler. What I do? Hi assembler. So B17 MS1, B17 MS1, DFH MSD. It's a macro. Okay, this is the macro we use to define a map set. So this will become the map set now. Map set name, not a map name, because of this macro. Then give one space at least. Give at least one space. Then start operands. So there is a first operand called language. Okay, I'll don't talk all of them now today itself. In a while later, the other day tomorrow, I'll explain. So language is equal to COBOL. So what does mean team? You're creating a code. So this particular code or the screen, are you planning to use in what do you call Java or COBOL or Fortran, Fortran, or any other programming language? In which programming language you are planning to use this screen, the map? Okay, so that language name you should mention. Language equal to COBOL. Are you clear? Any queries? So because I want to integrate this map output with the COBOL. That's why I kept the COBOL. So if you keep this one, it is going to generate some output called symbolic copybook. It is going to generate a symbolic copybook. So that copybook you want in COBOL, then you mention language equal COBOL. If the symbolic copybook, if you want copybook some Fortran, then mention that particular language. In which language you want to generate. Okay. You cannot write like what you want, which language you cannot mention SAP or .NET and everything. There are only few languages are supported by this particular language operand. You can see our soft copy material for actual the languages which are supported by CICS, or you can do Google also. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah,
Next.
Venkat.
So we have something called mode in out. Okay. So we have a mode in out. Then mode in out, CTRL, free keyboard. What happens, team? By default, your keyboard will be locked. Okay. By default, on the screen, on a CICS screen, the end user screen is going to apply the by default lock when it doesn't allow you to do anything over there. So we use free keyboard, nothing but when you run this program or transaction, automatically the lock will be released so that end user can type something on the keyboard. End user can type something on the keyboard. That is the meaning of free key. CTR is equal to free keyboard. I'll talk about mode in out, don't worry. Mode is done, language is done. Terminal output area prefix. Yes, I'll talk about this one later. Comma. So if you're not able to accommodate everything on the first line, you want to continue, then give a comma. Give star or any character on 72th column. Star or something you write on 72th column. Then
Venkat, sorry to interrupt. What is this control equal to free KB?
free keyboard. Okay. I was telling you, right? When end user using the screen, when end user using this screen, the keyboard will be locked. So it is like a hanging. It is going to lock the keyboard. So you know when end user using ATM machine, you are not able to type anything on the keyboard. Then what is the use of that ATM? Correct? So by default, your keyboard will be locked on the in the ATM. So to release that, to unlock the keyboard, to it will going to lock means it doesn't allow to enter anything. Even if you enter also, does nothing happens over there, which you don't want to do that. If you don't want to do that, we have to use CTRL is equal to free keyboard.
Okay.
One more question, Venkat. So macro that DFH MSD should always start on 10th column
Correct, correct.
and
Yeah, I'll talk about this, Shruti.
okay.
Okay, the starting positions and all I'll talk in a while.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Okay, so if you are not able to write the continuation parameter on the same line, give a comma and on 72th, give a star. Star A, B, anything. Then the continuation parameters should be on the 16th column. I'll give storage equal auto. I don't explain now about those. Okay, storage auto also. There is something called type. I'll talk about type now. Ampersand sysform. Okay. Yeah. So this is all about them. Now, as a best practice, I'll do this. View description, about operands in CICS. Yeah. Language specify that program is written in the COBOL mode indicates that communication mode is bidirectional. Okay. to do like this. Okay, yes, yes. The word I want, I got it. Okay, I don't want all the explanation. By the way, you can do Google when not, you can use ChatGPT. I told, right, you can use a COBOL, possible values, PL1, C, Java. Fortran also is there. Specify the programming language used for the CICS program. So if I use Java, the copybook, or it will be generated in a Java format. So there is a mode in out. Okay, let me talk about mode in out. Mode, possible values are mode in. You can write only this. You write only mode out. You can write mode equal in out. So in means only incoming call. Incoming call from user. Did you understand? Means only you can receive the data, but you cannot send the data. Outcall means like outgoing call. Outgoing call. You cannot get the incoming calls, but only you can do outgoing calls. Like you can only send the data. In out means incoming and outgoing. Both are possible if you do a mode in out. Now I'll copy actual definitions for you rather than incoming and out. So mode in, data is input from the user, terminal input, data output to the user, in out. Data can flow both ways. That is a typically interactive transaction where user provides the input, system responds. This is all about mode in out. So terminal input output, no use now. I don't want to explain now. Storage auto, I don't want to deal now. Type is equal to ampersand sysform. So there are three possible values in that, by the way. Let me list out the three possible values. Type is equal to sysform, or you can write a dsect, and you can write a map. So if you write a dsect, it will generate a, okay. If you say dsect, not this is not a dsect. Dsect map. CSS BMS macros. So we use this is to define the physical. So we use this one to get the physical map. Okay. So we use map only to develop the physical screen layout. So basically physical copybook. I can say copybook. To get the physical copybook, we use a map. Whereas this one we use to get the sorry. Physical map, we call as a physical map. This is nothing but to get the load module for this program. That is called physical map. Symbolic map is a copybook. Is a copybook. So this will be dsect, the symbolic copybook used in the program. This is used in the program. The physical map will be used in the CICS region. If I give type is equal to ampersand sysform, type is equal to ampersand sysform, both you are going to generate. So that is all about. You can say, yeah. Any queries?
Venkat, DSECT is like a load module, logical map, right?
No, physical map.
Okay. And okay, then what is the difference between DSECT and map then?
You see map, na, physical map.
Okay. It's a load module. And DSECT is actually the map, right? Symbolic map. Okay.
And what is ampersand sysperm, Venkat?
Both, which generates the DSECT and map.
Mm.
It generates the DSECT and map. Okay. Now you got except to everything. Language, mode, CTRL, you got the abbreviation and functionality. Terminal input output, yes, I did not explain. Storage, I did not explain. Type, I explained. So keep everything in capital letter. So I'll use caps on also. Now the map set is defined. Okay. Ultimately, how communication should happen. You want physical load module or you want symbolic map. What do you want? That is all. Then map name you can give as your wish. We don't have any restrictions in that. So MP2. Okay. So by the way, team, in real time, okay, I'll explain that thing later. So TFH MDI. So I was telling you the size of the screen. So I can say size is, so we can mention the maximum screen size 24 rows 80, which means that this screen is going to occupy 24 rows 80 columns. So, and which means that from first row till last row. Now if you see there are 32, my screen size is a 32. So means I can give 32 also. You observe here, the last row for in my system is a 32. Okay. So if that it is supported 32, you can give 32 rows. But in few cases, 24 rows only. Depends on the screen size. 80 means 80 columns. Okay, 24 rows, 80 columns I am going to use. If I say 14 comma 8, only first 14. I did not specify which 14. By default, it will be from row 1 only. If you want to use from line, use line 2. Okay, line 2 and yeah, line 2 means it'll start from second line. From there, 14 rows. Next, we have something called field. So, no need to give the name. Okay, no need to give the field name. Let me go there. Where, yeah. So, no need to give name for the auto skip fields. So, we have to give the name when there is a data exchange between program and the screen, either incoming or outgoing or both. So that case, you can give the name. There is no communication between uh, two screen and user through that field. Then there is no point of giving the name. If you give nothing is wrong, but no, when there is no use. Let's say I'm login map. I'm not exchanging. I'm not this what you cannot do anything, right? When you are not able to do anything, our system cannot send anything through this field. Then why we need to give the field name not required? So field name is here for all on auto skip fields. That is optional. So DFHMDF position 10th row 10th column line 10th column or 15th column sorry first row or second row 10th column. Initial, I'll talk about everything, don't worry. Initial login page length, I will ask you to give the answer. Attribute auto skip. Let me spend some time on it now. So position, what does mean? On which position? On which position you want to start the field?
Second row.
So depends on the client requirement. You can say that second row, 10th column. Somewhere here it starts. I guess here. 10 means here. Yeah, like this. So if I can change 20 around here, you see here. Like this is going to start. Initial, what you want to print? Okay, I want to print login page. How many characters are there in this initial? Give me the answer.
10.
10.
10.
So the length should be at 10 or greater than. If you give 8, it will throw error. Your actual number of characters are in this initial 10, but you kept 8, hence you will get the error. You should keep length, the length should be equivalent to actual number of characters, or length should be greater than actual number of characters. I'll give 10. Then attribute. So what is your objective? We don't want to allow user to enter the text. That's why I kept attribute auto skip. Is it clear?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, in the first line for define for like we are giving the map set name, and we are writing these features. But in the second line, via what is this for B17 MP2? What is this name for?
This is called map name, right? This is the map name. This is the map set name.
Okay.
MDI used to define map only, right? This is called map name.
Okay.
Yeah, any queries? Okay. Next, we are done with that. So we have to define this user ID. Okay, assume that. Okay, let me define this label again.
Venkat,
Yeah,
I have one doubt. As you can see, you have mentioned for a skip field, no need to give. Can you go to the notepad? No need to give name for a skip fields. Okay. Okay, I think I understood. Can you go into the program? I think here that's what in the left hand side you are saying we don't need to give the name.
correct.
Okay.
Why also you will get to know in a while, okay? Maybe not today or tomorrow. You will get when I'm using the COBOL. When I'm
Okay.
using this screen with the map program.
Basically, a skip is basically the cursor will not go there. That's what it is, right?
Cursor will not go there. User,
Yeah.
even if you place explicitly cursor there,
It's not going to be there.
you cannot enter, or system cannot see it.
The cursor will not go because the difference between protected an A skip is like in protected fields we cannot enter the data,
No,
and
wait,
in
wait.
A,
See,
yeah,
cursor doesn't go, but explicitly I can place the cursor somewhere here, right? I can place it, right? I may not able to enter. See, I can manually see. Can I enter text here? No. But
no,
did I place the cursor there? Yes. Cursor
yes,
mouse only, right?
mm-hmm.
That I can do it even auto skip. But even if you go explicitly that particular field, you cannot enter anything. Let's say now columns. What I can do in the columns? Can I enter anything? No. Scroll is there. Can I enter anything? No.
No.
Command is there. It's a label. Nothing. I cannot do anything, right? Nothing to do with that.
Okay, then just one question. Protected and A skip, then what is the difference between these two?
Wait. We'll come.
Okay, okay, okay,
They explain, but
no
still you're
problem.
asking the question. But wait for some time to get the answer for that. You might get tomorrow. Okay. Yeah. Any queries? Okay. Let's define one more field before we close today's session. So DFH again, this is an header, auto skip field. So no point of giving it the field name. DFH MDF position, third row, 10th column. I can reorder them, by the way, length 00, attribute, auto skip, and initial. Yeah, tell me what is the length here? What is the length here should be? So
7.
third 10th column I am stopping
7.
ready and length is 07. Attribute auto skip. Is it clear?
Should be 8.
8.
Yeah, it should be 8.
Yeah, colon is
Yeah.
also there.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not counting. Whatever you said, I written. Okay, fine. 8. Noted. I changed it. Okay, any other queries?
Sir, how to understand these positions? Like how to give, like on basis of what we can
Client
determine?
requirement. Client requirement. That is a client requirement.
Okay.
Okay. So we are giving randomly, but these positions you should decide based on the because they have a you know very well, right? Okay, I was showing here. Now where is the login is there? It is there in the bottom, sorry, right side. But if you open the Facebook where it is there login page, here it is there in this place. If you open Gmail, it will be there in the middle, right? So if I open a Gmail, then I'll go to sign in. So here is there. So it depends on where they want to place that field. Yeah.
Okay.